Matt for AVNation.tv. We are here in the Harman booth at ISE 2019. We're here with Paul. Paul, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for taking some time to speak with us. Paul, we are kind of standing in front of your control environment, your boardroom experience over here, and we've got one of your beautiful touch panels.
Thank you.
I do love these touch
Thank
panels.
you.
But you're showing some really cool new integrations with Zoom.
Yes.
Tell us about the new Zoom Room platform.
Okay, well, absolutely. So for customers that are adopting Zoom as their web conferencing platform, in many cases in the conference rooms, they want to deploy Zoom Rooms. Zoom Rooms is comprised of software that runs on a PC that's connected to a display in the room, but then there's also a controller app that runs on the table.
Okay.
But in a large room such as this with a boardroom, you're going to be wanting to control not just the meeting, but also everything in the environment. The lights, the PTZ camera, shades, temperature, all of those elements. We're able to run the Zoom Room control app on our Madero touch panels, which means that you can have the Zoom Room application open alongside all of the different control elements. And that means the user is controlling their Zoom meeting and controlling the actual physical room itself with everything available to them at the touch of a button.
So when you're saying that it's showing up and sitting there, is it just an overlay? Is it integrated into the control program that's running on the touch panel? How's that actually effective?
Yeah, sure. So basically, it is Zoom's controller app installed on the panel, and then our standard touch panel pages are also on there, and the Zoom app is basically sitting in front of it. Okay. And so what's nice about that is it means you have access to the Zoom app and all of the room control on the screen at the same time.
When you go to program that from, an integration standpoint, is it something where you have to build, obviously, those specific pages, or is it something that you can just pull up and pull down as needed?
So here's what's really great about the Zoom app is that's the app from Zoom. And so in terms of meeting control, you don't have to build any of that. Now what you are programming is all of the room control that goes around that. Okay. So that's going to be your standard TP design programming that we use for any of our touch interfaces. So that's going to be a typical program, but then all you're doing is telling that control program to launch the Zoom app, and that's all you really have to do to get that Zoom Rooms integration. Okay,
so let's kind of change topics while not changing topics for a minute. Zoom has been one of those things that, had I don't want to say a slow growth into this industry. It's come on slow and then really, really fast. What made Harman decide to go this route of making this a native thing and not leaving it up to your programmers to custom program all the Zoom Room control?
So one of the things for us that's really important is making sure that our integrators are able to deliver a good experience to our customers. Okay. And so we actually don't allow integrators to just install any app on the touch panel. Right. It's important to us to ensure that the app will run and run well on the panel. So we actually went through and validated the Zoom app, so we know that it works, and then we signed it, and so it can be loaded onto our touch panel. So what that means is for the integrator, it's super easy. It's going to just be one thing to install on the panel. For the user, it means they're getting a solution that's guaranteed to work. They don't have to be concerned that the Zoom Room control on the panel is or isn't going to be compatible with the Zoom Room software running on the PC at the front of the room.
Very good. How do you suggest that integrators tell that story to make sure that their end users understand that this is not something that's hacked together, that this is a fully certified solution, that you guys have gone through and tested it to, as you said, sign that app to make sure that it's not just hacked on top?
Yeah, well, so there's really two parts of this. So one is for the IT buyer, maybe the person who's ultimately making that purchasing decision. They're going to be looking at this solution and saying, I've got this Zoom Room software, and I've got a controller, and I really want assurance from Zoom that they're going to work together. By using Zoom's own app, we can offer that assurance. Okay. Then the other part of it is just what you mentioned on the panel. By being able to say, no, this has been validated by AMX, they can essentially say to their customers, and we know when we load it on the panel that it's going to function correctly.
Very good. So for someone who wants more information about, obviously, all of your touch panels and everything else, but more importantly, the Zoom app running on a Madero, where can they find that information?
If they go to www.amx.com, we've got all the information there.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Paul.
All right.
Appreciate your time. For more coverage from the show floor and to learn more about AVNation, please visit avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.